We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Our broadcast location today. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Donovan Mitchell grew up around pro athletes. His father worked in Major League Baseball, and Donovan said, "I saw guys making millions, staying humble and grounded. I also saw the other side, so I try to treat people right. I grew up that way, and the NBA doesn't change it." Kevin, he's showing as much as he's talking about it.
What a great guy. DA, thank you for that. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the 76ers, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference.
And I think for the 76ers, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I don't think they played their best basketball, so if things do come together for them before the end of the regular season, look out.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Niang in at the 4-man position. And with a grueling season ahead, Steve, we're already seeing load management for a number of players.
I love that player health is #1 on everyone's mind. Minimizing injuries has become a focal point for this league. Just hope it doesn't affect chemistry at the end.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Conley gets the bucket.
Masterful control by Mike Conley, keeping his eyes on the rim and nailing the shot through contact.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA, one of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner, and in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
Embiid finds Green. Back to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
With a consistently improving offensive game, Simmons is lethal whenever he's on the court.
The Jazz with the turnover. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
That's good from Simmons. And Simmons drops them both. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And stolen by Harris. And that one drops for him.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Finds Ingles. And it goes down 2 points.
That's outstanding decision-making there to change his shot and find an open teammate for an easy basket.
And that That one's good. Simmons.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
The drive by Mitchell.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounding.
I like that Donovan Mitchell's not afraid to attack the rim. He finished strong.
43 seconds left in the first. Shots good by Simmons.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Niang passes to Mitchell. Harris outside.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Conley into the lane, and he comes up with the deuce.
You won't find many players with the quickness of Mike Conley. He can dice you up.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently spoke about the team's progress.
Everybody had their expectations of what we should be or will be, but at the end of the day, you know, we got to be able to focus on us, you know. Obviously, we went through a little bit of a rough patch. You know, we're still figuring things out, but we can make adjustments and continue to build. And I think we're playing great basketball. I think we're doing things the right way.
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Jordan Clarkson is out there with Thomas. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Favors, and it's Ilyasova in at the 4. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
Let's check out some stats for Hill. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 9 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Howard trying to free himself up. Milton's shot is good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Thomas finds Favors. Now O'Neal. Back to Favors. In the corner, it's Clarkson. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
They're still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And that one's good. Weibel.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
The Jazz shooting their third free throw shot of the game. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert's checked in for Favors. George Niang comes in for Ilyasova. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for O'Neal, and it's Conley in for Thomas.
What's up?
Free throw good. Clarkson.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket for Mitchell.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Embiid trying to break loose.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And that one is good.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Count that one.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers ahead, leading by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joel, as you look at the game so far, how would you evaluate yourself?
I think defensively I'm doing pretty good. Offensively, I still got to work on a lot of stuff. But it's going well. I just got to calm down, slow down, let the game come to me, and it'll be all good.
Hey, thanks for your time, man. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Tremendous game so far for Simmons. He's really on the offensive end of the floor. This is the production you want from him every night.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
Ernie, I love you. I got to be honest. That was an awful first half defensively. Giving up over 60% from the field? Come on, Ernie. Wow. They stayed in it. Maybe it'll give them a little extra motivation they need to fix their defense.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. And he gets it to go.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Michael Conley picks one up. Philadelphia shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Shoot 2.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Mitchell's shot is good.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
The shot's good.
Just a solid all-around jump shooter. Tobias working over that mid-range area.
For Utah, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And the first one at the line is good.
It's so good to see Mike Conley out there. After all the injuries, I just love how the offense runs with him at the helm.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. Ilyasova comes in for George Niang. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Joe Ingles. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And George Hill's subbed in for Harris. Milton's shot is good.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Basket counts.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Favors trying to break free. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Ilyasova. Here's Simmons. 14 points for him. And the basket by Hill.
He goes to the bounce pass there. Nice rhythm at the end of the play.
Mitchell with it, and it's Howard picking him up.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions, and Howard's still a presence down low.
A nice shot by Simmons.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
It's stolen by Milton. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. For Philadelphia, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
One shot.
Free throw good, Milton. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And it's sent back by Howard. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by 12. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
One of the biggest things is not to react to anything. Okay, get to the next play and get the defensive boards. All right, stops these defensive boards.
Well, as we just heard, asking his guys to just keep it moving. Quinn Snyder doesn't want his guys to get caught up in their own heads.
I mean, great point. There's no value in dwelling on each mistake. Learn what you can, then forget about it. Move on.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Jordan Clarkson. He's out there with Donovan Mitchell. Favors is out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Niang in at the 4 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Stolen by Clarkson.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Korkmaz. And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Both good from the line that time. Gobert trying to get open. Shots good by Clarkson.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Ingles with the ball. Now Green defending. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Clarkson. And the 76ers also making a change. Simmons is checked in. .139 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bucket is good.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ben Simmons.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Simmons trying to get open. Count it, good.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And yes, it's good.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, a statement win. What should people know about this team?
We tough, especially defensively. That's our motto. We want to guard, we want to get stops, and I think we did that pretty well tonight. But we young, we learning every day, and we're gonna be really good.
Well, looks like it's coming fast. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in.